Hi everyone, so in this tutorial I'm going to talk to you about inputs and outputs in C++. So this is a very basic one again for beginners, and you can see on this page the problem is C++ input and outputs, and they are giving us a refresher on how you can use the scene objects to read token of inputs, right? A single white space separated token of inputs, and print them out on the console or on the screen using cout. So this is a simple example right here. The code looks like this if you want to read the inputs, and then like this if you want to output it. Now the challenge here is that we have to read 3 numbers from the input stream, and 3 numbers. Obviously, we're going to have more than a simple white space separating the words, right? We're going to have 2 spaces. So if you want to read a full line of input and not a single word, then you have to use or at least I prefer to use Getline. So Getline is a method like this. The first parameter or the argument is going to be cin, and the second one is going to be the variable in which you want to store the value that you just read. So here we are supposed to read 3 numbers from the user inputs, and then add them up together, print the sum of the 3 numbers on a single line. So for instance, if we pass 1, 2, and 7, we should have 10 printed out on the console. So I'm going to start this right now. I'm going to type it, of course, in C++. Now I have this preprocessor directive here, include string, because I want to use strings in my mini program. So first I'm going to have a string that I'm going to call inputs, and then secondly, I'm going to have getLine. Like I said, I'm going to pass in cin. I can use cin because I have this IO stream preprocessor directive, and if you watch my last tutorial, I don't have to do anything like this or whatever because I already have this using namespace std. So cin, and then I want to store the value in the input string that I have here. Next, I want to have an integer variable that I'm going to call it sum. The sum is going to be 0 at first. And then secondly, I want to have num. So the num variable here is going to store each single number that with inputs, right? So if we have 1, 2, and 7, we're going to iterate through that line to capture each and every number in it, each and every word. In this case, it's a number. I'm going to have while. Not yet. Actually, I have to use istringstream. I'm going to call this object ISS, and I'm going to pass in the inputs. So now that we've got this, we can have a while loop and say while we can read the contents here, number by number or word by word from our input string, I want to be able to see out that number. And of course, we're going to get, if I run this code, it's going to be wrong because we are not printing the sum. But I'm just doing this to show you guys that we can actually read each and every number that we input. Even if there are many of them, we can still iterate through the inputs and then print each and every number. So I'm going to have this right now. I want to add end line. Now, visually, this is going to add new lines. It's also clear, of course, but now, yeah, actually, I made a mistake right here. It should be num. We are not trying to read into input. That wouldn't even make sense. Okay, so you need to understand this here. So I'm going to run this code here. And now we have 1, 2, and 7. So yeah, I actually made a mistake. Okay, this should be while ISS. We can read and store the values into num. And then now we print num. My bad. So okay, now let's take care of the constraints. We have the constraint here where each number that is being read should not be above 1000. So let's add this here and say if num is less than or equal to 1000, we're going to allow it to do this. I don't need to add the curly brackets or curly braces because it's only a one-line instruction following. So as you can see, we are still able to view each and every number, but if I add custom inputs and I say, for instance, 12,345, 1 and then 9, only 1 and 9 are supposed to be printed, okay, because the first number fails that condition right here. So, all right, now it's all good. What we can do is simply take our sum variable here and say, at every iteration, we want to add the value of num to the sum. And when we are done doing that, we want to output the sum at the end. All right, so let's run this code right here. Everything was fine, but I don't want to use, of course, this is 10 because 1 plus 9 is 10. I don't want to use custom inputs. In this case, I want to use their input, which is 1, 2, and 7. 1, 2, and 7, and we pass the test. So that should give you an idea of how to use istringstream and also Getline. And if you like this video, please make sure you like it, subscribe, leave your comments below, and I will catch you next time. Bye.